He's a man of courage and of humanity.
Super intelligent, scary smart.
And his in-depth knowledge of the financial system. I've been in that side of the business all my life. He's forgotten more than I'll ever know.
He's a serious guy. You know, he spent time thinking about it, worrying about it, and thinking about what could go wrong and how to prevent that.
I was born in Edmonton. My father came out in the late 20s to Alberta from Manitoba to teach at the university, and he taught biochemistry in the Faculty of Medicine. I chose entomology as my initial first-year program, and I switched to art so I could, as they euphemistically say, have more free time to direct towards extracurricular activities. So when I got the convocation, the President and Vice Chancellor of the time, Walter Johns, was truly astonished when my name was announced. And he said to me as he handed me my certificate, "Many of us are surprised, Paul, that you're here." And I guess so was I.
That's hard to believe now. But I guess everybody has some epiphany at some time where they realize that they have to get serious about something.
I went to see the Assistant Dean of the Faculty of Medicine. He looked at my paltry academic record and said, "Well, Paul, you don't really have the marks to qualify you to get into the Faculty of Medicine, but since you're Dr. Cantor's son, I'm sure you'll do fine." I thought, I'm not quite sure I want to run my life on that basis. I then applied and was admitted to the Faculty of Law. Ultimately, one of the reasons why I decided I needed to move out of Alberta was to find out whether or not I could achieve anything without the use of my father's name. When I went back to law school at the University of Toronto after having worked for 3 years, I worked for the predecessor to the Canadian International Development Agency in Ottawa as a summer job. And that in turn led me to international trade, which led me to international taxation.
When he was at Canadian Bureau Bank of Commerce, he was responsible for really building up their investment bank at a time of enormous change in the industry to allow the banks to get into the investment banking business. And Paul was the one responsible really for making the Bank of Commerce successful in that transition.
I became the President and Chief Executive Officer of Confederation Life. It was a troubled company when I took it over.
It takes great personal courage to go through something like that. When we had to say to the regulator, we don't think this company can continue any longer, we were able to successfully parcel those businesses and sell them out in the industry and have the employees keep their jobs.
It's a once-in-a-lifetime experience, and you'd like to keep it that way?
He decided to become the first chair of the board of an organization known as the Global Risk Institute. We got through the global financial crisis without, anybody needing to be bailed out or anything like that. So we were trying to build a Global Risk Institute that would sort of leverage that global thought leadership, but at the same time also help build capacity within our financial industry so it wouldn't ever happen here in Canada the next time. And the Risk Institute is now a very successful organization, doing very, very well.
He has a very strong emotional quotient in terms of being able to understand people, attention to detail, sense of policy, and an understanding of people. You need to bring all of those things to the table, and it's very rare.
The arts degree provided me with a context for just about every decision that I had to make later on in life. Because I'd had that broad liberal arts education, I think I understood at an early age there actually is no such thing as alternate facts. There are only facts, and there are alternate interpretations of what those facts are.
When he talks to students now, he says to them, don't think that arts lead nowhere. They're a really basic part of your education.